There from Levine. Levine's got 4 this quarter.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Curry. It's now been a decade since the Minnesota Timberwolves played postseason basketball. Last trip to the postseason for the Wolves back in 2004.
Wow, that was a long time ago. And if you're wondering, that is the longest playoff drought in the league currently. Wolves want nothing more than to get back to playing playoff basketball, and featuring the #1 pick in last year's draft will help.
Good way to start, you're right. From deep. Minnesota with the rebound. Jang's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Levine. He's got 20. It's stolen by Green. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. Count that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Curry.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
And, you know, even though the Wolves have been out of the playoffs so long, you get the sense it won't be too much longer. They've got a really nice core to build around, and I think could be special, especially Andrew Wiggins.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Barnes comes in for Brandon Rush. And it's Livingston in for Curry. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there. And as you mentioned, the Wolves could be back in the playoffs in due time. They are headed in the right direction. Some mistakes have been made along the way, but you have to like their future now.
Well, Karl Anthony Towns didn't come into the previous year as the most highly touted prospect, Clark, but his play last year...
Patience. Taking early threes is leading to long rebounds, which equal to transition points. Make the defense move, and let's pass up a good shot for a great Warriors.
And guys, with Towns, he is so valuable in every aspect of the game. Really great at both ends of the floor. His defense is as strong as it gets for a first-year player.
Curry's checked in for the Warriors. Minnesota also with the sub. Kevin Garnett is checked in for Jang. Green kicks to Curry. From deep three-point range, Wiggins with the rebound. Wiggins has got his 3rd rebound tonight.
And perhaps the biggest plus about Towns is his upside. I mean, he's shown that he can make big strides in his level of play. Already good at shooting from outside and can play either post spot, too.
Curry. But they get it back. Spates kicks to Green. Golden State moving the ball around. The shot by Curry, no good.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
Here's Levine. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
And guys, for Zach LaVine, once he finally got comfortable last season, boy, did he heat up. He shot 42% over his rookie year, but 47% over the last month. And I think that gave him a lot of confidence as he's entering into year 2.
You know, as Greg was talking about, LaVine was a lights-out shooter at times in college. He would go on these binges, falling back, Clark, from 25 feet, draining it. I mean, unreal shots.
Well, it looks good when they're going down, but he also can then shoot you out of the game. So pick your poison. That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will to date.
Yeah, the defense struggling to take that away from him.
Offensive rebound. Here's Garnett. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Garnett.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Warriors trail by 5. Curry with it. Guarded now by Rubio. Again, Curry missing.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on. He's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park.
Nobody near Barnes. Can't hit. And Minnesota now the other way.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
Yeah, you speaking from experience? We already know how good his range is. He shouldn't be firing from that deep.
And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first half. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
It's Prince on the wing. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Prince has got his first 2 points.
And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure has seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. They spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing.
He's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft.
And that concludes the first half. Timberwolves lead by 7. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. What's working and what's not working for you guys out here tonight?
You know, they clogged the lane, and
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. And Shaq, what do you think about what we saw from Minnesota?
Well, in terms of running a smooth, efficient offense, they've been as good as it gets. The looks they've created have been high percentage. The ball is moving, guys are rotating. That's what got them those good looks, Ernie. And this is the reason they got that nice lead.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Golden State?
one problem is that they didn't show enough aggressiveness on the boards. When you start losing a game, that's when you're supposed to tighten up and toughen up. Your pride has to be challenged, and you need to ride through the occasion. They've got to be more aggressive as a team, and that will cut into the lead.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report, as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Well, anytime you can get to the free throw line with that kind of consistency, that just makes every other facet of the game easy.
And, you know, they have to rotate the defensive assignment on him from now on just to avoid foul trouble on any one particular player, given how good he is at drawing fouls and how many fouls he's been drawing.
Checking out the group for Sam Mitchell to start the second half. The athletic duo of LaVine and Wiggins on the perimeter. Youngsters Anthony Towns and Zhang are in the post. And it's Rubio in at the one spot.
In last season, the Wolves had the hardest strength of schedule in the entire league. It might have worked out for them in the end, as come lottery time, those extra losses do tend to help.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. Timberwolves leading by 9. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Thompson. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Minnesota. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Rubio misses.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
Barnes dishes to Thompson. Green, the pass to Bogut. Curry. Rubio with the rebound.
Yeah, real nice shot selection there. I guess he's working on his buzzer beater form.
That's a reach, but perhaps that is the case. Or maybe he was trying to knock a bird off of the scoreboard.
Is about right. Because I still can't figure that one out.
No, and I see no birds up there.
No.
The Warriors making a switch here. Livingston's checked in. Minnesota calls timeout.
And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
And the Warriors with some changes. Rush comes in for Barnes. And it's Stephen Curry in for Sean Livingston. Rubio misses.
He has yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up.
And speaking of Curry's slight build, he's worked up and bulked himself up. He's added some muscle. He even got up to 200 pounds, I think he said. But he didn't feel real good, Clark, at that weight.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. You need it to fight through screens and attack the rim, and he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at his highest level.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Minnesota leading by 9. And Rubio kicks to Levine. Jang inside. Bogut on him to the left side wing. Here's Levine. And Thompson sends it back.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And it's Wiggins missing. Bogut. And so the ball out of bounds. Bogut touched it last. Minnesota shooting well. They're at 45%. They double him with Green. And it's Rubio penetrating. And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his first foul.
Oh, man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Here's Levine. He's got 23. Shot clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And the dunk by Towns.
Now that was pretty. That was just a nice-looking reverse jam right there.
Use the rim, Clark, to protect the ball, I think, too, a little bit.
Yeah, did a nice job with it.
And guys, how about the awareness there with that finish in traffic?
And now Minnesota on the fast break. And the jam by Levine.
Punches it down with pop.
And rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
Dishes to Towns. Rubio with a wide open look. The offensive rebound.
Well, in most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Brandon Rush. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And Ian Clark subbed in for Curry. The Timberwolves also changing it up. Garnett comes in for Jang, and Shabazz Muhammad subbed in for Levine. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Iguodala. Minnesota making some changes. Nikola Pekovic comes in for Towns. And Tayshaun Prince subbed in for Andrew Wiggins. Rubio outside. Takes the three. And it's Rubio again missing. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Minnesota.